1 Kings, chapter 15. And in the 18th year of King Jeroboam, son of Nebat, Abijam has reigned over Judah. He has reigned 3 years in Jerusalem, and the name of his mother is Maachah, daughter of Abishalom. And he walks in all the sins of his father that he did before him, and his heart has not been perfect with his God YHWH, as the heart of his father David. But for David's sake, his God YHWH has given to him a lamp in Jerusalem, to raise up his son after him, and to establish Jerusalem, in that David did that which is right in the eyes of YHWH, and did not turn aside from all that he commanded him all the days of his life, except in the matter of Uriah the Hittite. And there has been war between Rehoboam and Jeroboam all the days of his life. And the rest of the matters of Abijam and all that he did, are they not written on the scroll of the Chronicles of the kings of Judah? And there has been war between Abijam and Jeroboam. And Abijam lies with his fathers, and they bury him in the city of David, and his son Asa reigns in his stead. And in the 20th year of Jeroboam, king of Israel, Asa has reigned over Judah, and he has reigned 41 years in Jerusalem, and the name of his mother is Maachah, daughter of Abishalom. And Asa does that which is right in the eyes of YHWH, like his father did, and removes the whoremongers out of the land, and turns aside all the idols that his fathers made. And also his mother, Maachah, he turns her aside from being mistress, and that she made a horrible thing for an Asherah. And Asa cuts down her horrible thing, and burns it by the Brook of Kidron. But the high places have not been removed, only the heart of Asa has been perfect with YHWH for all his days. And he brings in the sanctified things of his father, and his own sanctified things to the house of YHWH, silver and gold and vessels. But the high places have not been removed, only the heart of Asa has been perfect with YHWH for all his days. And he brings in the sanctified things of his father, and his own sanctified things to the house of YHWH, silver and gold and vessels. And there has been war between Asa and Baasha, king of Israel, for all their days. And Baasha, king of Israel, goes up against Judah, and builds Ramah, not to permit anyone going out and coming in to Asa, king of Judah. And Asa takes all the silver and the gold that are left in the treasures of the house of YHWH, and the treasures of the house of the king, and gives them into the hand of his servants. And King Asa sends them to Ben-Hadad, son of Tabrimmon, son of Hezion, king of Aram, who is dwelling in Damascus, saying, A covenant is between me and you, between my father and your father. Behold, I have sent a reward of silver and gold to you. Go, break your covenant with Baasha, king of Israel, and he goes up from off me. And Ben-Hadad listens to King Asa, and sends the heads of the forces that he has against cities of Israel, and strikes Ijon and Dan, and Abel-Beth-Maachah, and all Chinneroth, besides all the land of Naphtali. And it comes to pass at Baasha's hearing that he ceases from building Ramah, and dwells in Tirzah. And King Asa has summoned all Judah, there is none exempt, and they lift up stones of Ramah and its wood that Baasha has built, and King Asa builds with them Geba of Benjamin, and Mizpah. And the rest of all the matters of Asa, and all his might, and all that he did, and the cities that he built, are they not written on the scroll of the Chronicles of the kings of Judah? Only at the time of his old age he was diseased in his feet. And Asa lies with his fathers, and is buried with his fathers in the city of his father David, and his son Jehoshaphat reigns in his stead. And Nadab, son of Jeroboam, has reigned over Israel in the 2nd year of Asa, king of Judah. And he reigns over Israel 2 years, and does evil in the eyes of YHWH, and goes in the way of his father, and in his sin that he made Israel to sin. And Baasha, son of Ahijah, of the house of Issachar, conspires against him. And Baasha strikes him in Gibbethon, which belonged to the Philistines. And Nadab and all Israel are laying siege against Gibbethon. Indeed, Baasha puts him to death in the 3rd year of Asa king of Judah, and reigns in his stead. And it comes to pass at his reigning, he has struck the whole house of Jeroboam. He has not left any breathing to Jeroboam until his destroying him, according to the word of Yahweh, that he spoke by the hand of his servant Ahijah the Shilonite, because of the sins of Jeroboam that he sinned, and that he caused Israel to sin, by his provocation with which he provoked Yahweh, God of Israel, to anger. And the rest of the matters of Nadab and all that he did, are they not written on the scroll of the Chronicles of the kings of Israel? And there has been war between Asa and Baasha, king of Israel, for all their days. In the 3rd year of Asa, king of Judah, Baasha son of Ahijah has reigned over all Israel in Tirzah 24 years. And he does evil in the sight of Yahweh, and walks in the way of Jeroboam, and his sin that he caused Israel to sin.